Okay, so we have been given this question which was asked in UGC Net 2012. If the disk head is located initially at 32, find the number of disk moves required with FCFS. This is important. First come first serve algorithm has to be used. If the disk queue of input output block requests are, these are my disk requests and these are the options given. So what we need to do first is we have to arrange these requests in ascending order, and we also have to keep in mind that the initial position is 32. We cannot forget this, okay? So we have to keep this in mind, and we also have to keep in mind that we are using FCFS, so the order which is given here has to be followed. So let's start. So we are going to arrange it. So each line will denote a disk position. So this is 14. I'll arrange it in increasing order. Next we have 32. We have to take 32 into account because it is our starting position. Next we have 37. Yes, we have 37, right? Yep, we have 37, all right. So 37 is next. 37 is followed by 65, which is followed by 67. Then we have 98. I hope this is visible. Next we have 98, and finally we have 124. Finally we have 124. Okay, so these are my disk blocks, and what I need to do is I need to keep in mind the input output requests, the order, right? So we are initially at 32. We are initially at 32. Okay, from 32 we'll have to first process 98. So from 32 we'll have to move to 98. Now this movement from 32 to 98, how many disk blocks are we moving? So what we have to do is we'll have to simply subtract 32 from 98, and if we subtract 32 from 98, what we get is 66. So in moving from 32 to 98, the disk head covered 66 blocks. From 98, the next request is for 37. So from 98 we have to move to 37. So we come back to 37. Now in moving from 98 to 37, we have covered not more than 61 blocks. We have covered not more than 61 blocks. After that we have 14. That means from 37 we have to move to 14. So in moving from 37 to 14, we have covered 23 blocks. Okay, after 14 we have 124. So from 14 we have to go way to the end to 124. So in doing that, we'll be covering 110 blocks. 110 blocks, mind you. And from 124 we have to go to 65. So from 124 we'll again have to go back, and we'll have to stop here to 65. So in doing so, in moving from 124 to 65, we would have covered 59 blocks. We would have covered 59 blocks. And finally, from 65, if we move to 67, from 65, if we move to 67, we would have covered 2 blocks. Now, if we have to find the number of disk moves, what we need to do is we need to add these values, right? We need to add these values. If we add these values, we get a sum which should match one of these options. So let's see, if we add it up, what do we get? Okay, so let's do the summation. So my values are, so I'll do it here, I hope it's visible. So it's 23, I'll do it here, okay? So it's 23 plus 110 plus I have 66 and a 61. So 66 plus 61. I'm doing the addition in any order, okay? Like I'm seeing the values here and I'm just doing it in any order. I'm not following any particular order. It doesn't matter anyway because you're adding it up. So then we'll add 2 and finally we'll add 59. So if you do this summation, you should get a value of 321, which matches with option C, and that is the correct answer. So I hope this helps. If you have any doubts, please feel free to comment in the section given below. Thank you.